in this organization since I can remember. It's all about winning.
Joe's a very prideful guy, very competitive guy, and he's a guy who wants to play a long time.
On the eve of training camp, sitting down here in the Broncos Media Center with Vic Fangio, John Elway. John, how are you feeling about this team? What do you want to see in camp?
Our expectations are to win football games, but we have a lot of work before us, and it's just less than 2 months before we really get to our first game. So great time for us to work together, and obviously with a new staff and a lot of new players to be able to get together, so we're ready to go that Monday night in Oakland.
Vic, it's your first training camp as a head coach. What do you think it's going to be like just having a little bit more responsibilities as the main coach?
Well, I think it'll be fine. I got a good taste of it in the spring with the 15 practices we had, and it's just a little bit more to do, but it's a good little bit more to do, and feel like I have a good feel for what's good to do for the entire team, not just one side of the ball. So looking forward to it.
John, Vic's been here for a while now. How do you feel things have changed in the building? Have you felt like there's been a little bit of a culture change?
Yeah, it's been great. I think that I've enjoyed working with Vic this offseason. I think we got better as a football team through free agency as well as the draft, and then the offseason OTAs and the practice we had. So, I think it's been great. I'm excited about the opportunity to continue to work with Vic. I think, he gives us a chance to have some success. And, I think that, it's just like everybody. It's new for everybody, and we'll continue to work on it and take it one game at a time.
Emmanuel Sanders' health at that wide receiver position, a lot of younger wide receivers there. You feel like this might be an opportunity for them to just get some more reps while Emmanuel gets better here?
Yeah, they've had a good offseason. They got a lot of reps in the offseason with Emmanuel not being there, but we're excited Emmanuel's going to get back out and I'll start doing some drills, and we'll work him back in because obviously he's a guy that's been a big part of this offense the last 3, 4, 5 years. And so we're excited about getting Emmanuel back, but as Vic said, he's going to work him in slowly. But with Emmanuel, you add Emmanuel to those young guys, we have a pretty good receiving core there.
I know one guy who will hope that Emmanuel's back sooner rather than later, Joe Flacco. Joe heading into his 12th season, but this is the first time, it's a change of scenery, that kind of thing. You feel like he's got something to prove, a chip on his shoulder that, hey, I still got this, Coach?
Well, I think there's probably a little bit of that. Joe is a kid at heart, really likes to play and compete, and I think he's excited to be in new surroundings with new players, new coaches, and I think he's really, really looking forward to this season.
You get the guys back in the building today. What was your message to them, the day before training camp really gets started here?
I haven't met with them yet. We did a medical meeting this morning, and I'll meet with them tonight, but we'll go over a few things, and not too long. We'll dive right into football.
No rah-rah speeches or anything that?
No.
That comes in 2 months.
Exactly. And John, as a player, what was this day like for you, reporting back to camp? What's the emotions like?
It's always great getting back to training camp, whether as a player or as a GM. It's always great getting back into training camp, especially with the years that you're coming off, that we came off the year before. The last couple of years have been tough. And so when you get back to camp, you finally get to turn the page on last season and really look forward to this year, talk about this year. And so that's the exciting part. And, I'm excited, as I said, about the football team that we have and the opportunity that's in front of us. And again, a lot of work ahead of us, but, we'll see where we go.
You're excited to get it going. Fans will be here tomorrow.
Absolutely.
Absolutely excited. Been excited. Can't wait.
Thank you both.
All right. Got it.